What if you woke up tomorrow and realized the year is already 2026 and nothing has changed? What if all the dreams, goals, and visions you once promised yourself were still sitting in the corner waiting for the version of you that never showed up? My friend, how many more mornings will you wake up saying someday? How many more times will you convince yourself that tomorrow will be the day you start becoming who you were meant to be? Let me tell you something with love and urgency. You don't have time to waste. You have been called to rise, not to rest. You have been designed by God for greatness, not for mediocrity. And the clock is ticking. You see, too many people are waiting for the right time to change, waiting for motivation to hit them, waiting for conditions to be perfect. But life doesn't wait. The seasons don't wait. The calendar doesn't pause for your hesitation. The truth is, if you don't decide now today, right here in this moment, to become that new version of yourself before 2026, then 2026 will simply be another year of excuses, not evolution. I want you to imagine standing at the end of next year, looking back. What would you see? Would you see progress or regret? Would you see a person who took ownership or a person who postponed destiny? Because, my friend, you will either experience the pain of discipline or the pain of disappointment, but both will cost you something. Only one of them will lead you to transformation. So here's the truth. You must force yourself to become the new version. You must force yourself when you don't feel like it. You must force yourself when no one is cheering, when no one is watching, when it hurts, when it's inconvenient, when it's uncomfortable. Because transformation doesn't come through comfort, it comes through commitment. The version of you that God designed, the strong, disciplined, purposeful, radiant version, is waiting on the other side of resistance. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Jim, it's hard. I've tried before. I've failed before. Of course it's hard. If it were easy, everyone would live in power and purpose. But here's what I learned long ago. Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. Don't pray for smaller mountains. Pray for stronger legs. Don't hope for lighter burdens. Ask for a stronger back. The challenge you're facing right now isn't there to break you. It's there to build you. And let me tell you something. God never calls you to do something you can't handle. He equips the called. He strengthens the willing. You just have to show up with obedience and faith. You've got to say, Lord, I don't feel ready, but I'm going. Anyway, I don't feel strong, but I'm stepping forward. I don't see the whole path, but I trust the one who does. That's how you grow. That's how you step into the new version of yourself. Some of you are waiting for motivation to start, but motivation doesn't come first. Movement does. Start moving, and motivation will follow. Start reading again. Start praying again. Start writing your goals again. Start showing up early, staying late, giving your best, pushing your limits. Start saying no to distractions. Start saying yes to discipline. Because the new version of you is not going to appear by magic. It's going to appear through momentum. Now listen, this is not about perfection. It's about progression. God doesn't ask for perfect vessels. He asks for willing ones. You don't need to have everything figured out. You just need to start. Because progress compounds. You start reading 1 page a day, praying 5 minutes longer, working out 3 times a week, and before you know it, your entire mindset shifts. The small things create big results when done consistently. I want you to look at your habits right now, because your habits will determine your harvest. What you do daily shapes who you become permanently. If your habits don't reflect your destiny, it's time to change them. Don't let your emotions make decisions your future self will regret. Your emotions are temporary, but your destiny is eternal. And yes, it's going to require sacrifice. Every new version of you will demand the death of the old one. You cannot carry your old excuses, old habits, old fears, and old doubts into your new season. Something has to die for something greater to be born. You've got to let go of who you were to make room for who you're becoming. I remember hearing a story once about a man who refused to cut the ropes, holding his hot air balloon down. He kept saying, when the wind is right, I'll go. When the weather's perfect, I'll fly. But the years went by, and he never left the ground. The ropes were never the problem, it was his fear. My friend, how many ropes are you still holding on to? Comfort, laziness, approval, fear, cut the ropes, let them go. Rise. You were meant to soar, not stay stuck on the ground. Some of you need to declare today, this is the year I stop playing small. This is the year I stop hiding behind excuses. This is the year I force myself to grow, to stretch, to discipline my body, my mind, and my spirit. You've been given one life, one divine assignment, and time is not your friend if you keep delaying your purpose. Think about this. What if God has been waiting on you this whole time, waiting for you to stop doubting, stop procrastinating, stop settling, and finally step up into the identity He created for you? The longer you delay your transformation, the longer you delay your destiny. You might say, Jim, I don't know where to start. Start with what you have. Use what's in your hand. God never asks you to start with perfection. He asks you to start with obedience. You take the first step, and He provides the strength for the second. You open your Bible, you get up early, you start your business, you make the call, you face your fears. Start somewhere. Just don't stay where you are, because the truth is the clock is already ticking. 2026 is not far away. It's knocking at the door, and when it arrives, it will ask you one question. What did you do with the time you had? And when that moment comes, I want you to be able to smile, not with regret, but with gratitude. I want you to be able to say, I fought through the resistance. I refused to give up. I didn't wait for the perfect time. I made the time. I forced myself to grow. Because when you do that, something powerful happens. God starts to move through you. He starts to open doors that were closed. He starts to bless your discipline, not your doubt. Don't underestimate the power of consistency. One small act of faith every day can create a massive shift in your future. Remember, success isn't one giant leap. It's 1,000 small steps in the right direction. And every step, every choice, every effort is shaping you into the person you were always meant to be. So I ask you again, who will you be by 2026? The same person with the same excuses, or the renewed version walking boldly in purpose and power? The choice is yours, but make no mistake, doing nothing is also a choice. And it's the choice that leads to stagnation, not transformation. You have the power right now to change your trajectory. You can't control the past, but you can command the future. God has placed potential inside you that the world desperately needs. Don't bury it under fear. Don't silence it with doubt. Don't delay it with procrastination. I'm challenging you, force yourself to rise before 2026. Force yourself to grow in faith, to think bigger, to act bolder. Push through the fatigue, push through the fear, push through the comfort. The new you is waiting. The strong, disciplined, purpose-driven you is already inside. You just have to bring it out. So stop saying, I'll start next week. Stop saying, when I have more time. You'll never have more time. You have this time. Use it, redeem it, discipline it. Every moment you delay, another dream dies. Every time you hesitate, another blessing waits. Remember this, the future doesn't belong to the lucky. It belongs to the prepared. It belongs to the people who wake up early, who pray, who plan, who persist. It belongs to those who take what God has given them and multiply it through effort and excellence. So, my friend, before 2026 comes knocking, decide that this will be your year of rebirth. Decide that you will no longer live beneath your potential. Decide that you will be the kind of person who doesn't just talk about change, but creates it. Because when you make that decision, heaven takes notice. God will strengthen your resolve, align the right people, and open the right doors. But it starts with you right here, right now. So take a deep breath, stand tall, look in the mirror, and tell yourself, I am becoming the new version. I am rising. I am ready. And then go do it. Don't wait for 2026 to arrive. Force yourself to become the new version before it comes. Because when it does, I want it to find you already transformed, already powerful, already walking in the destiny God prepared for you. Let's make this the year you stop waiting and start becoming.